What's up, everybody? Brian Rashap here, hanging out with Marty Schwartz from GuitarJams.com down in sunny San Diego. The orange stuff, not the purple stuff. We're going to talk about this little groove that I just played for you and talk about the technique of how to play it, what the notes are that you're going to be fretting on the left hand or right hand if you're a lefty. And then we're also going to talk about the technique on the right hand and the little intricacies and the little pops and the little, sometimes you got to get a little elbow in there. So hang out and let's get into this groove right about now. All right, so this is just kind of like a funky groove in G, and to be exact, it's played over or under, you know, because we're bass players, right? It's played over a G dominant 7 chord. You know, that's the typical, like half of the Jimi Hendrix chord, right? Okay, cool. So the notes, let's work on the left hand first, and then we'll get over to the technique of the right hand. But the first note is going to be a G on the low E string, which ends up being your 3rd fret right there. I fret it with my middle finger. Second note is going to be the 2nd fret of your D string. So the 3rd note is going to be the 3rd fret of that D string. So 4th note is going to be going back over to that E string down to that 1st fret, which is an F. So the last note is going to be just ending it up on that G right there, making it a full nice little cycle. So let's play those all together. Okay, one more time. 3rd fret E string, 2nd fret D string, 3rd fret D string, 1st fret E string, 3rd fret E string. Now, when you heard me playing it before, in that little intro, you'll notice there were a lot of little notes in between. Call them ghost notes if you want. I like to call them hiccups sometimes. And they add the funk or the special sauce to a groove like that. So let's now do that progression with some of those ghost notes or hiccups included. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing a couple different things. On the left hand, right before I go to the F, which is that 1st fret on the E string, right at the end of the groove, I kind of do a hammer-on from the E, but it's not really a specific hammer-on. It's just kind of, it's in the way of getting to the F, and it just adds a little bit of spice. That's basically it on the left hand. On the right hand, we really get into some, more of the ghost noting thing or hiccup, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Call it a donkey. And that's plucking an extra note without really fretting anything on your left hand. So obviously I'm exaggerating that right now. But if we listen to it, we'll see it, especially in the work on that upper string, on that D string. So it's... So you hear that right there between the G on that E string and the E on the D string, it's, listen again. That, right in there. So I'm going to do it slow a couple times, and then I'll bring it up to speed, and you'll hear them, and it'll make maybe a little more sense. I'm also definitely anchoring my thumb and my whole right hand or plucking hand on that rear pickup, on that bridge pickup. So. That was wrong. Of speed. And then once you got this, just add a little flavor of your own. And that's basically it. And for a real silly trick, at the end, try to do a chord or something where it's like 2 notes together. So maybe something like this climb, really from the F up to the G, which you can use your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, and then your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of that G string. And if you plug them together, you make a nice little major triad and just walk that up 2 frets. And if you notice, that note right there, the 5th fret of the D string, is also the 3rd fret of the E string, the G. And after that, you just say something like boom, and you're done. Thanks a lot.